Morning. This prep, lads. This prep could well and truly be coming to an end with the way things are moving. We're going to do a check-in. We're going to see where things are at. Yeah, I really didn't expect to wake up heavier again this morning. I did put new batteries in the scales, which, could have some kind of an effect, but 82.5 this morning. Today I'm doing a check-in for Keen, and we're going to see what the story is. It's a little bit annoying, to be completely honest, but we're back doing cardio as well. I've been on the laptop there for the last hour. Coffee went in, fat burners, I'm hydrated. I'm going to check in first so the legs are not abused after cardio, and then I'm going to go do my cardio and do that hour of cardio and then come back. Keen should be back to me and we'll see what the story is for the day. Weight needs to be going down unless there's some miracle of us just not losing weight, but hopefully getting leaner, that kind of way. We'll see. I had an also, like yesterday, excellent movement again this morning, which is a very good sign. But that was after weighing, so it doesn't really fucking matter, but it just means things are moving well. Gut feels really good, stomach feels really good. If you haven't been tuning in last couple of days, check back yesterday's video of exactly what the story is at the minute, but we're going to crack on for the day. No time to waste. We've got a big day ahead of us. Just wondering why we're 82.5 kilo. The glutes are coming. The glutes are coming in that little bit though. We've got some little detail coming through the glutes. We're not going to stress about it. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to send them off. I'm going to get cardio wrapped up and we'll touch back then. See what the plan is. Probably just crack on now. Let's probably just dig. All carbs pulled. Just fucking protein veg. That would be what I'd do. I'd be like, right, protein veg. Fucking, we're up 2 kilos here, lad. Protein veg now for the next fucking 10 weeks. 60 minutes. Dunzo, boys. There's no fear. We don't need no CV burn yet. I'm thinking about getting some CV burn. Or one of those stimulants for the cardio in the morning to make sure that heart rate does stay up. Get it up that little bit easier and stay up as well. So I'm looking at getting one of them. I know there's loads of different ones. CV burn, I think, could be one from Trained by JP to try. I also hope, more than likely won't, didn't probably put the order in early enough. The supplement order will come today. I have 2 actually coming because it's annoying. When stuff is out of stock in one place and then in stock in another place, but you know yourself. I'm going to go for a shower, rehydrate, cup of tea, on the work. Let's go. This is everything you can get done, lads, before work in the morning. Exactly like myself. You don't need to be looking at me thinking I have all the time in the world. Just start working back. Work the alarm back that little bit more in the morning. Especially with the mornings being that little bit brighter now. The evenings being that little bit later. If you have too busy of a morning, all right, you just have to do it in the evening. You just have to start doing it that little bit more in the evening. But win the morning, win the day. Win the morning, win the day, lad. We're just going to have to see this week, how the body responds in terms of how much food you're on and everything with that meal. You are going to navigate this rest day with me, lads. As you know, rest days can be, it's always a day usually where I'm just fully at home on the computer. And again, just 6,500 steps done, which is fantastic. Think about how much more time it would take me if I wasn't able to get my steps done at the same time as work, which is absolutely fantastic. So we're ahead of ourselves. I'm in a good mood. Huge block of work over the last couple of hours. So I feel good. I'm going to get meals prepping for the day. Obviously, a little bit less food going in today. We have the first 2 meals, I want to say, carb free. depending on what I do, potentially could swap things around a small little bit. I don't mind having carbs early in the day and then not having carbs and then having carbs later on in the day. Prep the creamies earlier. We did today. Danielle is back on the creamies. Day 1 on plan for Danielle. Let's see how she goes. She sent me her starting photos this morning, and we're going to crack on and see what happens. You know, just even seeing her just doing her bits there this morning, you know, just getting stuck into it is pretty cool, and it just gives her something to work towards the next couple of weeks. You know, I set her up. If anyone didn't see yesterday's video, I set her up as a client again, so we're going to use her as a case study over the next couple of weeks to see how someone can get it done. You know, she's a beautician, which anyone on here could potentially be a beautician. She's super busy. She's got her own 2 businesses, and she's always on the move. All right, she's just back from a week in the sun, and as I said, we have about 9 weeks, I suppose, until my first show. That's going to be our first goal to work towards. And then there's a lot of other little bits and bobs to be working towards along the way. So creamies prep this morning. We did caramel biscuit for the creamy. Caramel biscuit is a very, very solid contender from Perform as well. And we'll see. I'm also very tempted. I'm also very tempted to do a chocolate flavored creamy. I would never be a man for a chocolate ice cream, but we might potentially do a chocolate one. The only thing with doing the creamies is I do 35 grams of protein, which I think is just the sweet spot. Potentially 40 grams of protein would bring out more flavor because it's literally just water and whey, as you know. 40 grams of protein might be the perfect sweet spot for you too, if you can, and you have the protein there to do, which a lot of you will. With the samples, they're only 30 grams. And what I found with trying a sample last week was it was just too watery. There wasn't enough flavor in it, you know, with the amount of water that went in. It was probably just because I put too much water like I normally do with the 35 grams, and there was only 30 grams away. But we've got new proteins on the way, and we're going to start looking into them for the creamy. But as we have it there at the moment, the sweet and salty popcorn, cereal milk, which I just ran out of, they're my top 2, and carrot cake, which is also on the way. Carrot cake is on the way at some point this week, hopefully. I had to do some adulting, go to the bank. I basically went in there, I said, lad, I need 20 grand to go through the next 6 months. I said, I want to finish out prep the way I want to finish it out. I said, I want to take a few months off work. I want to go here, and then I want to go here for another 2 weeks. He said, are you cutting at the moment? I said, I am. He said, take 25, lad. He said, take 25. I fucking wish. Nah, I popped into Aldi, and I was in Tesco on the way through town there as well, and I just popped into Aldi because that's where I parked, and I picked up a few more bits that I needed because I forgot I needed them. So I just grabbed them there as well, and I'm absolutely ravenous. I left the food go a little bit too late, and I'm going to fly home, get meal 1 in, get back to work. Bosh. It is about 3:30, 4 o'clock maybe. Nice couple hours just put down. We'll have another hour and a half in there now coming up. I'm not too sure what time it is, to be honest, but I'm in for a meal. Actually, boys, rest day cream of rice time. Banoffee, trained by JP, cream of rice, sweet and salty popcorn, raspberry blueberry, salt cinnamon. Fucking get on. The plan of action back from the boss was just back to normal now today, which is perfect. Check in again in the morning, and I'm hoping, he's kind of said, we're just going to start digging. Come on, lad, come on. The digging will about to begin. This is what I was put here to do, the dig. How many times I've dug before, I know how to fucking dig, and I'm going to show ye how to dig when needs be. Well, we still have like 9.5 weeks to show number 1, but that fucking 9.5 weeks, man, is going to absolutely fly by, and we need to be ready. You know, all the talk of the condition I want to bring, we need to fucking bring it. No games. Day 1 of the cut for Danielle, lads, and she's picked up the Fitbit. Show us the Fitbit. Where's the Fitbit? Same one as me, just nicer colour, more of a girly colour. We're going to see how things go. She means business. Steps are set. She's going to start tracking them. You know, a little thing like that, like just give you the incentive to just go out there and just start doing it, you know what I mean? Like, she bought the Fitbit, start tracking her steps, just those small little habits getting built now over the next couple of weeks. Today is your chance now. Just get on top of it, you know, and the few things that you need to do. She's laughing at me here because, again, I was angry at her last night. I was angry last night doing her setup video because I've coached her through...
You're an asshole.
I've coached her to the photo shoot prep that she did before, which was a tough experience, you know. She lost her nana and everything during the process, but she fucking stuck it out, lad. She was doing placement in college. She was doing work at the same time, part-time, and still, she did a good job, you know what I mean? So that was grand because she had the photo shoot booked and we just did it. But when there isn't like any real goal there, things are that little bit harder, lads. I know I say it all the time. You need a date. You definitely need a date. It's probably a date.
They usually don't give you stuff on this day.
So if you need to kickstart, like, the last thing I want to see is that fucking Fitbit in her drawer to come next week and fucking a Chinese getting ordered on Saturday night because she's fucking tired and couldn't be arsed cooking. That's going to be the biggest test when Danielle comes home, let's say at like after a 9 o'clock finish or something like that, and she's like, I can't be arsed, you know, or something like that. Like, all and well when you're trying to strike the balance of just life and you don't have like anything major that you need to be shredded for and you're already not in bad shape, grand, you can fit bits and bobs in here, but things just aren't going to move as quick, you know, that kind of way. So creamies are about to go down. We're both doing a creamy tonight. We're going on a little creamy date, lad. Great day put down, great day of work put down, great day of prep put down. We will be back again in the morning. We're both up nice and early in for push, myself, and then Danielle, I think, has full body tomorrow. She's starting on a 3-day split, which is going to be more than enough for her. Upper, lower, full body, and her sessions will kind of work around mine a small little bit, just so she's comfortable enough, because I know when she gets back in the gym, she's not going to want to be doing too much training like on her own, but needs must, she's going to have to do a good bit more lower body if she wants to get the response that she wants to get. So do let me know if you want to see more of that over the next couple of weeks, because I can document it a little bit more freely and a little bit more openly. And yeah, we'll see what the story is tomorrow. As always, drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, lads. We'll see what the story is come tomorrow. If we will be making some big adjustments, making some small adjustments. The adjustments have just been tipping away as we go. You know, that's the joys of it. That's the reality of it. I'm really ready to put the head down now over the next couple of weeks and fucking get inside out peeled. Inside out peeled. Let's fucking have it. I'll see you tomorrow.